2 men and 10 women in Japan are filing a lawsuit against 14 real estate agencies and loan companies because they feel that they were scammed into buying real estate through people who promised to be in a long-term relationship with them. In fact, they thought that they were going to get married to their real estate agents, but in reality, it was a huge scam that was happening in Japan. So according to the lawsuit, once contracts were signed and sealed, the romance disappeared, and the estate agent or the real estate agent skipped out on the relationship, leaving the new homeowners with the keys to a new front door, but not to anyone else's heart.
Oh.
All right, so that's a really cheesy way of putting it. I thought it was hilarious. But it's actually a very, very sad story because, you know, they would get into these very serious relationships with the realtors, and then in the end, they would just pretend like they were gonna live with them. The person would buy the house, and then they would just skip out on them.
So we might have a Supreme Court on this in a second, because I want to see if you think this is illegal. But let me clarify a couple of things. It's not like they'd be a real estate agent when they were in the market for a house, right? And then they would pretend to fall. They met them through the internet, so they would seem like they were just anybody dating, right? And then they'd woo them, and they'd get them all excited and stuff. And then they'd be like, okay, well, since we're going to move in together, buy this house. Oh, well, you look at that, I'm the agent.
Yeah.
And they do a 30 to 40% markup on the houses, okay? And they would target people that were in their 30s or early 40s because they knew they'd be more likely to want to get married. The victims were 2 men and 10 women. So it was a lot of like people targeting women in their late 30s, like, oh, you want to get married, right? Oh, what a good guy, da, da, da. And then they buy the house, they're like, well, shake the law, and you get nothing.
Right. I think it's sad. I don't know about the legality of it. What I do worry about is the markup, right? Because if you bought the home is under your name, it belongs to you, that's one thing. But if you were sold a home for 40% more than what people are paying for in the market, and it's because you got lied to by your real estate agent who was pretending to be in a romantic relationship with you, that's a completely different story.
Yeah, so let's do it, drop it. So this is definitely a con game, right? Those people got screwed. We feel terrible for them. There's no question about that. But should it be illegal? I mean, they bought a house. They had the opportunity to pay. I mean, they market rate. They chose to pay 30 to 40% above the market, right? They definitely got hoodwinked, but I don't know that it should be illegal. I don't know. Thoughts?
Well, I mean, with subprime mortgages, there was a lot of misinformation and people were being misled. Right? The banks didn't really pay for any consequences or have any consequences for what they did. I don't know what the legality of it is, so I feel uncomfortable saying that this is something that they should definitely pay for. It's a scam. I don't know. I don't know what the laws are in Japan, so I can't make a rule.
No, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know.
Should it be a crime?
We're not the actual Japanese Supreme Court. I don't know if you know that. So look, no, they're suing, right? And so if you're sitting on the jury, let me put it that way, would you give them their money back or no?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, everybody wants to give them their money back, and I think probably most people vote that way. I think I would vote no, mainly because I'm heartless. But
You're not heartless. I mean, look,
I feel like they made a decision, and nothing. You know, I don't see that that's a violation. That like they didn't do a switcheroo. It wasn't a different apartment. It wasn't a lie in that sense, right? They agreed to it, and that really, really sucks. But I don't know that they should get their money back. All right, Chief Justice, thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna say what Anna's saying. Thinking it's so hard to judge how much they're getting lied to and all that stuff. So it's really hard to be like, yeah, you knew this, but you didn't know that. It's hard to know how much they knew.
Yeah. How far did the deception go?
Yeah. Amir, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm actually with you, Cenk, on this one. Should it be illegal to seduce your clients? I don't know.
Do you seduce clients all the time?
All the time.
Yeah.
But like with something like this, if you're buying property, just like buying a car, you gotta like check your shit.
Yeah.
And you gotta be careful. If like your real estate agent is like coming on to you and stuff, there's a reason behind that, man. Like, come on, really think about this. They shouldn't get their money back. They fell for it. It sucks, but.
Right. I kept wondering throughout the story, did they have sex? Because if they're about to get married in their minds.
Yeah, they're about to get married. I'm sure they had sex.
Yeah. So the guys get to have sex with them and then stick them with a huge bill. That's
Well, not a huge bill. I mean, they get a huge commission off selling that home.
right. No, and I'm saying like they pay so much above market value.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then there's also the two men who got to have sex with the real estate women, and interesting. I don't know if they thought it was worth
Are
it or
you
not.
thinking about a career change?
Okay, anyway, here's my conclusion. What's going to happen on that jury, actually, we're split here on the court, right? But what's going to happen in that jury is probably what would eventually happen to me and Amir anyway if we were on the jury, which is that you're going to look for any excuse to help them. So and if there's any good argument that their lawyer can make, if their lawyer sucks, okay. But if their lawyer is halfway decent and makes a decent legal argument as to why they should get their money back, you're going to want to give it back to them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And I hope that does happen.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, God, 40% over market value. Do your research. Oh, my gosh. It's like the biggest purchase of your life.
See, what you don't know is that Anna is like obsessed with buying a house at some point in her life.
No, I am obsessed with the housing market. I'm not going to buy a house anytime soon, but I still like pay attention to any news regarding the housing market.
Oh my God, if her boyfriend was lying to her and she paid 40% above market value, oh my God.
It seems like the housing market is doing great, right? Because prices are going up and it's like, oh shit, that's so cool. But the reality is, it seems like there's a lack of inventory because they're holding on to foreclosed homes. And then they're like releasing them little by little. And then as soon as they release them, you know who buys them? Bankers. So then, you know, middle class home buyers like us don't even have an opportunity.
Look, I don't know how long it's going to last, but they're definitely rebuilding the bubble.
Yes.
Not just in the housing market, but in the stock market, and in so many different ways. I could see it inflating. Woof, woof, woof. You know, and you're beginning to get people starting to say, no, it's okay, it can't come down. I was like, oh boy.
It will.
Watch out, okay? So we're not at the end, we're at the beginning of the end, though.